In this video, I will talk about avoidant attachment. I'm Professor Shania Rathod, a psychiatrist in the United Kingdom. I post interesting videos weekly on my YouTube channel, so please don't forget to subscribe and you will not miss out on the next one. From the moment we are born, we begin to learn how to love and be loved. These first lessons don't come through words or textbooks, but through glances, touch, tone, and presence. A baby cries and a caregiver responds, or doesn't. Over time, these repeated interactions teach the child something essential: whether the world is safe, whether people can be trusted, and whether their emotions are worthy of attention. For some, these early relationships are marked by warmth, consistency, and emotional attunement. These children grow up believing it's okay to need others and that closeness is safe. But for others, the picture is far more complex. Think of a child who reaches out for comfort and is met with cold detachment, indifference, or subtle rejection. Not dramatic neglect, just enough distance to make emotional connection feel unsafe. Over time, that child may stop reaching out altogether. This is how avoidant attachment may begin. Not when a single traumatic event happens, but with a slow, quiet conditioning. A child learns that emotions are unwelcome and dependence is risky. So they adapt. They become self-sufficient. They stop asking. And as they grow into adults, they carry these lessons into every relationship they form. So how does one recognize the signs? Avoidant attachment doesn't always show itself in obvious ways. In fact, many people with this attachment style appear confident, rational, and independent, sometimes to the point of seeming invulnerable. But if you look closer, you'll notice a pattern of avoidance wrapped in composure. I met David, a high-achieving professional in his mid-30s. He was always admired for his calm and poise, but in romantic relationships, something shifted. When his partner lent in, asked for emotional support, wanted to talk deeply, or express vulnerability, David felt an almost physical urge to back away. He became quiet, distant, even cold. He told himself the relationship wasn't right or that the other person was too needy. But beneath these rationalizations lay something much deeper: fear. This fear in avoidant attachment is subtle and shows up when someone wants to get too close, when expectations build, or when intimacy starts to deepen. Avoidantly attached individuals may begin to feel trapped or irritated. They often equate closeness with suffocation. They claim they just need space or insist they are better alone. And while this space might bring temporary relief, it also brings loneliness. You might recognize someone with avoidant attachment by the way they handle conflict. Rather than engaging, they often withdraw. Silence is their shield. They may struggle to say, "I miss you" or "I need you," not because they don't feel it, but because admitting those things feels dangerous. When asked how they are feeling, they often deflect, minimize, or shut down entirely. Even gestures of affection can feel overwhelming. Physical closeness may be uncomfortable, or expressions of love might be brushed off as unnecessary. They might avoid conversations about the future or become distant after particularly intimate moments. They don't seek help easily. In fact, needing others feels like failure to them. But perhaps the most telling sign is the subtle wall they maintain, an emotional buffer that keeps others just far enough away to feel safe. Not abandoned, not smothered, just apart. But this constant distancing isn't malicious. It's protective for them. It's the adult version of a child who once reached for love and learned not to try again. But the cost of this protection is high. People with avoidant attachment often report feeling alone, even in relationships. They may crave connection but feel numb when they have it. Joy, grief, tenderness, these deeper emotional currents often go unshared. Over time, relationships falter. Partners may feel neglected, confused, or unloved. Friends may give up, and the avoidant individual is left wondering why closeness never seems to last. This type of attachment can also chip away at mental health. Emotional suppression requires energy, and that chronic tension often leads to anxiety, depression, and a numbing disconnection from one's own feelings. And when stress hits, like a job loss, illness, or the death of a loved one, the instinct to go it alone can leave avoidantly attached people vulnerable to burnouts and breakdowns. But avoidant attachment isn't a flaw in character, it's a strategy that once made sense and now needs to be unlearned. The work of healing begins with noticing the walls one has built. It means recognizing when one dismisses others not because they've done something wrong, but because one is scared of needing them. Therapy helps, particularly approaches that explore attachment patterns and relational history. But healing can also begin in the small, ordinary moments, choosing to stay a little longer in an uncomfortable conversation with someone you love, allowing someone to comfort you, admitting just once that you're not okay. And remember, this takes time. There is no magic wand. For someone with avoidant attachment, simply saying, I missed you, can feel like climbing a mountain. But each step towards vulnerability builds a new kind of safety, one not based on distance but on connection. Avoidant attachment may start in childhood, but it doesn't have to define a lifetime. With tenderness, patience, and a willingness to try again, those who once learned to fear closeness can discover that love, in its truest form, doesn't consume or control, it heals. Please subscribe to my channel if you've enjoyed this video. The more subscribers I have, the more YouTube gives me the ability to make more creative videos. Like it, share it, tell it to all the people you know. And thank you for watching.